What's up? It's Zach back here again today for Down South Racing, and today, as you can hear, I'm a little bit sick still, but I'm trying to power through it, I guess. It's actually somewhat of a nice day. It's very sunny out, and it's been sunny all day, but it is 22 degrees, if you can see that right there. So it's very, very, very extremely cold. And when I got up this morning, it was like 12 degrees, so it's crazy. Luckily, didn't have class today because of it, so school got canceled, which was nice, I guess, to have a day off. But again, it sucks that it's this cold, so can't really do a whole lot. But this is a video I've been meaning to make for a little while now. As y'all know, I'm the owner of this 2017 Mustang GT, if you are a follower of the channel. If not, I am. This is my 2017 Oxford White 6R80 equipped base model GT. Basically, that was the only option this car had, from when it came out of the factory. Was just the 6R80. It's got the base 315 gears, so they're airplane gears. But since taking ownership of it, I have done some pretty extensive modifications, although we'll talk about, even though I put quite a lot of money into this car, why it's still pretty average in terms of the real world here in just a few minutes. But basically, this is going to be my 1-year review of the car. So I got this car on January 20th, 2017, or 2018, sorry, and it's it's the end of January here now in 2019. So I've had it just a little bit over a year and basically a week. And so I'm just going to give my thoughts on owning the car, the good, the bad, the what I wish was better. Stuff like that, all the things that I will brag about, and I've been very impressed with. But yeah, we'll get into that. So I'll show you around the car here real quick, and then we'll jump back in because, again, it is 22 degrees. But if you are new to the channel or have never watched before, I want to give everyone who hasn't a quick look around the car real fast, and then I'll explain all mods, and then I'll pop the hood real quick and explain a couple more mods. So here we go. Alright guys, I'm going to leave the car running right here, so I apologize for the background noise a little bit, but again, it's super cold, I don't really want to turn it off. It's also on the 85, so it struggles a little bit to start, in the cold. But yeah, so here's my Oxford White 2017 GT. First mod I did was probably one of the most important in my mind. Wheels and tires. It's got SVE S350 19x10 wheels, Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires in the front, these Arturo AZ 850s in the rear, which I got from some Hellcat guys, and I'm very impressed with them. To be $100 a piece, they hook extremely well. On the side here, you'll see I got black badges. In the front, top, middle section of the grill is gone. Did a grill delete myself. On the bottom, it has OP7 LED sequential arrow turn signals, so they actually go in sync with the rear tail lights as well as a daytime LED running light. On the top, one of my more recent modifications, black roof wrap. I love, one of my favorite things I've done for the car. Here on the back side of the rear here, Dial Dynamics LED side markers. It's got a GT350 track pack spoiler on here, now painted gloss black. Originally it was just ABS plastic, but now it's gloss black GT badge. And you won't be able to see right now, but it's got a Dial Dynamics LED taillight sequencer, so my hazards are just like my turn signals now, instead of just flashing all at once before, and when I unlock the car and stuff, they go in sequence. It's got a Dial Dynamics LED reverse light. It's got that tinted taillight cover right there, or license plate cover, sorry. It's got those MMD rear diffuser blades, and as you can hear, it's pretty loud. It's got Roush axle backs. In the middle here, it's got an SR Performance X pipe. It's got takes a speed long tube headers right here that are catless mid pipes. So let's pop the hood real quick and I'll show you under there. Pop it there. So it's got Ford Performance hood struts on it. It's got a Roush intake, unfortunately for the time being, but the car actually came with the Roush intake and Roush axle backs as part of the Roush Power Pack Level 2. It was actually Roush tuned when I got it, so it was quicker than stock. It sounded better than stock, so it was one of the biggest reasons I got the car. I also got a great deal on it, but now the car has a ported 2018 intake manifold. Sorry, my voice is kind of giving out a little bit. And it's got 47-pound injectors to support my E85 with that manifold, and here it's got a JLP, I think it's 3.0 catch can, so it's running a Palm Beach Dyno E85 and 93 tune. I go back and forth, so other than that, I'll show you the tuner here on the inside, but other than that, guys, that's it for right now. I do have some things planned, for the near future. Here's the Rev X tuner. It's originally tuned by VMP, and I think on the back here it says VMP tuning, yeah. So, VMP, I don't really have a whole lot bad to say about them as far as my car. Some people have a lot, to say about them, but from what I could tell at the time, at least, they were not on par with tuning the 2018 intake manifolds, so that's why I chose to go with Palm Beach Dyno. And I will say Palm Beach Dyno's customer service is 10 to 1 better, and to me the tune just feels better. You know, the car runs just smoother and such. But up here we got the dust on the dash mod, you know, all over. It's a joke, I need to clean that. But this right here I get asked about a lot. This is just some basically trim fill is what it's called. So it's blue all around through there and down through there and stuff. That's one of the most asked about mods, you know, which is kind of funny. I guess it's the cheapest thing I ever done. It's only $2. I always keep some additives, polishes, air fresheners in here, and for those of you who know, that's what I use to clean my car and stuff with. I got some service records right there. And as far as modifications, guys, that's literally it. Well, I guess it's got LED Dynamics interior lights, and sorry, my keys just fell. But other than that, guys, I mean, that's literally it. So let me give you my impressions about the car. Alright guys, so if you know, or if you've been a long time subscriber of the channel, I had an EcoBoost before this, a 2015 EcoBoost, which literally all I ever done to it was a tune from Unleashed Tuning and a Roush intake. It was just, you know, basically pretty much I guess about what everyone does. I couldn't do a whole lot to it because it was leased to begin with, and so worked my way up to this, and you know, looked forever, and just got an extremely good deal. Bought this from Glen Ford in Lexington, Kentucky. Great guys, you know, tell them I sent you if you want a good deal. They're one of the, I think, the #1 F-150 sales dealership in the state of Kentucky here, so that's really good. But they, you know, they do a lot of deals on Mustangs and stuff too, and they can get you a really good deal. This car was the best deal in the entire nation, as for what I found, in terms of it had less miles than the next cheapest option, and it already had the Roush exhaust and Roush intake. So originally they wanted like almost, I think it was like $26,900 for the car. Got the car for a little bit less than that, you know, tax titled, on the road and stuff, all that. It was right around 30 grand, so you know, it's not bad for basically what was just a more or less just barely broken in brand new 2017 GT. Unfortunately for me, of course, you know, Ford came out with the 2018s, which seemed to be by far and away better. But I personally still like the looks of the first part of the S550. This is what this is S550 Mustang platform, which the first part would be 15 through 17. I like the looks of these better. I'm not a huge fan of the 18 front end still yet. It's grown a lot on me, and you know, I do think it looks good. It looks very modern and sleek and stuff, but I'm still just a big fan of this. It's very angular, very sharp, and the only thing I like better about the 18s is the rear diffuser. But, you know, oh well, obviously the motor and the transmission seems to be better, but they've also had a lot of problems. So at the same time, you know, you never know. I could have got unlucky and, you know, paid a bunch more money for a, you know, it's a better car, you know, even though you're paying more money. But could have, you know, my motor could have blew, the ticking, transmissions, they have, a few of them have let go and everything too. So, you know, I'm very impressed with this Gen 2 Coyote right here. I put it through a lot, let's just say that. It's got 33,752 miles on it now. So what is that about? I've put about, it had 5,700 on it. So I put exactly 28,000 miles on the car here in just over a year, which I know sounds crazy, like I'm a lunatic, but I have driven it all over the country. The car has taken me to New York, Pennsylvania, to the YouTube call out, countless times to Ohio, all throughout Kentucky, Bowling Green, Nashville to meet It's Just a Six. I've been to Myrtle Beach in it. I've been to Benson, North Carolina for one YouTube call out, Georgia, Alabama to get my drag radials and stuff. And the car always does well. You know, it still gets pretty good gas mileage. You know, out on the road on 93, it'll get somewhere around 25 miles per gallon, which, you know, you can't really beat for a very near, if not over 500 horsepower to the crank car, muscle car. So, you know, I'm very impressed with it still yet. And let's talk about, I guess, good things. Good thing's the motor, for sure. So the motor, the Gen 2 Coyote, has been proven even with boost to hold, like, you know, in the 900-ish wheel horsepower range with just a set of oil pump gears, which I need to do because I rev my car very high, 8,000 RPMs. Not always good for it, but need to do some billet oil pump gears and a crank sprocket, and it should be just about bulletproof, you know, knock on wood. Hope nothing bad ever happens to it. The 6R80 transmission, you know, has been proven too. There's been a lot of guys do a lot of things with it, and you know, Brent LaSala, he's at the forefront of that, and his car goes, you know, 770s with, you know, his twin turbo S190 750. So the transmission, you know, is stout. The engine is stout. Do I wish I had a 10-speed? Yes, but you know, you make do with what you have. And really, I mean, you know, as far as just the feeling, I mean, you can't tell that much difference. I mean, My car shifts just as hard as a 10-speed does now with the tune and stuff like that. It's just a 10-speed seems to shift a little bit faster, and obviously you have more gears, so you can put more torque to the ground per each gear, because basically, effectively, my first and sixth gear are the same as their first and 10th gear. So, you know, we have like the same overdrive and stuff like that. But things I don't like about the car, the panel gap fitment issues that have plagued S550s, they plagued my car. I still have a few problems. My rear fender doesn't exactly align right over top of the wheel exactly, and my front hood actually was so misaligned that it caused a chip in the paint, so I had to get that redone and stuff like that. Let's see, what else do I not like? Well, something else I don't like, the sound system is not that good, but again, this is bass. I don't think it's very good, but other than that, guys, I mean, the brakes are very good as well. You know, they're basically Brembos. They're not, you know, advertised as Brembos, but it's an old Brembo patent that another company, I forget the name of them, but they produce for the base GT. They're like 4-piston, I think 13.3-inch brakes. So, you know, they're still very good brakes with these sticky tires I've got. You know, my exhaust sounds, I think, pretty good. It is extremely loud at times. You know, it makes it a little bit difficult to daily drive at times. You know, my tune's got my car spot on. Throttle response is good. Shift points are great. You know, my paddles are responsive. You know, I've never had an issue with my air conditioning. You know, knock on wood, like some people, heat always works good, warms up the car. Car's got remote start, which I think, you know, is a big feature for me. And another thing, you know, the car is safe. It's got a 5-star safety rating, so, you know, God forbid I ever did get into a crash or wreck or anything, the car should protect me, you know, for the most part. And so that's, you know, another big feature in driving the car. And, you know, quick comparison to other, like, muscle cars and stuff, you know, Camaros, I can see out of this car. I can put stuff in the trunk. Camaros are known for not being able to do either of those things. You can't really see out of them, the 6 gens especially, and the trunk opening is very small, even though the trunk, I think itself, is pretty comparable in terms of like cubic feet of storage. But other than that, I mean, guys, this has been an incredible car. You know, I'm someone who always loved Mustangs, you know, from when I was young, and especially coming from an EcoBoost first. You know, obviously when I was 16, my dad was not going to turn me loose in a car that had over 400 horsepower, and, you know, I'm thankful for it, because I about got myself into some trouble with that EcoBoost a few times, which, I mean, you know, it made a lot of torque down low, so it made it kind of fun, you know, to drive. And, you know, no knock on EcoBoost at all, but the 5.0, you know, I like it more. But I've also been able to do more to it. But I think it's worth it, you know, the extra money you have to pay. Insurance didn't really go up that much, thankfully, either. And gas mileage, average-wise, didn't go down either. But I also drove the balls off that EcoBoost, so I think I only ever averaged like 18 miles per gallon in it. So obviously I was in boost all the time, you know, I was addicted to it. But so pretty much, guys, I mean, as a quick overview, I worked my way up to this car. Very thankful, you know, and blessed to be able to do it. This car right here in particular basically has made our YouTube channel take off, because of once we got into this and Jared has his new 5.0 and everything, we were kind of able to get out more and do more stuff, make more videos, stuff like that. And so very thankful for this car. Hope I get to keep it for a long time. Future plans with this car, quick plans, want to do rear suspension from BMR, get some skinnies to match my rear race stars, and a new JLT intake versus my Roush to make it a little bit bigger MAF sensor, so I can make a little bit more power. And other than that, I just want to go 11s in the car. The car's been 12.0 at 118.91, so almost 119. So I just would like to go 11.9 or maybe a little bit better with you know, the future setup or whatever. But other than that, guys, eventually want to go boost. Not 100% dead set on anything yet. You know, going to be on the cheaper side as I am in college, but, you know, something like maybe an on-3 turbo kit or a Paxton supercharger, something like that. You know, throw a booster pump on here, some really big injectors. Probably wouldn't go E85 to begin with. That would be something I would definitely save up for, fuel system, and then go E85. But I mean, either of those two kits would make, you know, somewhere in the 650 to 750 wheel range ish on 93, and the car would probably go low 10s, you know, without having to try too hard. So it would be still dailyable at that point and not be crazy race car type stuff. But anyways, guys, that's my review on my 2017 GT. I hope you all enjoyed. You know, check out our channel and check out some of the videos I've done on this car. I've traveled all over the country. I've done countless mods at this point, obviously, as you all have seen, all of which, except for headers, I've done myself, and even with the headers I help. So I try to do most of the stuff myself. You know, it just makes it easier. You don't have to spend as much money. But yeah, coming up here soon, guys, should have those suspension parts, and hopefully find a set of, I'm trying to find some used skinnies. You know, they just make them cheaper and stuff like that, and I get a set of tires for pretty cheap too. And something cool here coming up in about a month. I'm going to go down and see my buddy Ty in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So hopefully we're going to get some races in. He's got some race action planned for March 1st and March 2nd. I actually just talked to him about that earlier. And so I'll let y'all know closer to them, exactly what's going down. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize once again for my voice if I sound like crap. I know I sound like crap, but I hope it's still, it sounds good enough to be able to understand. And guys, once again, thank you for the continued support. We're almost at 4,400 subs, so keep subscribing, guys. We're going to keep growing. The more subscribers we get, the easier it is to do stuff like this, and the more stuff we can do. So if you want to see more stuff done, boost, stuff like that, please subscribe, like this video, comment down below, guys, what you think of this car and what your car is, your experience with your S550 Mustang or otherwise, whatever. Doesn't matter to me, guys. Just drop a comment down below because it helps us out. I'm going to go home and take some medicine and try to get a bite to eat and go work out. But other than that, that's going to pretty much do it for my day because I hate the cold. It's just part of being a car guy, I guess. But possibly some Mexico action coming at y'all this weekend. I will keep you updated on that as well. But stay tuned for that, guys. And I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back next time because we always do this wonderful YouTube life. I'm just playing. It is fun, guys. No lie. I suggest if you want to start a YouTube channel and you're just kind of on the edge about it, just do it. You're going to start out, you're not going to be that good, but you're going to get better at it. And as you can see from our channel, we started on iPhones, moved our way up to GoPros, and now I have this great Canon 80D camera, and I'm very thankful for it. But guys, this is me signing off for Down South Racing. I hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out.